That's why. I'm so sorry, y'all. My mic was on mute. Let me make sure my mic is set up. Camera. That's the camera. Audio. Hold on, y'all. Now my mic is on. Now my mic is on. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. Thank y'all for telling me because I was just sitting here talking. No clue. Let's see who we got here. Um, Carly CB, Tawana P. Hold on, let me pin some of your comments. Good evening, good evening. Bama Fla TX China B. Hey, hey. Vicky Shelton. She's so ruthless. Nancy F. She said, "This is my first time on your live. Happy to be here. I'm happy to have you, Nancy. Thank you for joining." Tiana B says, "Hello, everyone." Thank you, Rosemary Dean. Yes, I was on mute, y'all. Thank you for letting me know. Valerie Murray, Dolores King Taylor, Gloria Henderson. All right, y'all. Whew. I saw a hot mess of an episode on divorce court. Sorry, y'all. Hot mess of a episode, and we're gonna talk about it, y'all. Because it's really sad when people divorce for frivolous reasons, especially when there are kids involved. So it's hey Andrea Jones. Oh, she said you look so elegant as usual, sending positive vibes your way. Thank you, Andrea. Diana Moore, Jackie Axel. Hello, hello. So, y'all, well, I'm not going to waste too much time. I'm going to go ahead and I get so distracted by the comments. Hi, Dorothy. She says, "I love this type of commentary. New subscriber." Thank you, Dorothy, for being here. Thank y'all so much for your support. So, without further ado, let's get into the video.
Yes, to divorce court today. I understand the two of you have been married for 6 years.
Yes, Your Honor.
But you are having a number of problems, sir. You brought this case because you said you've reached the end of your rope.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll start with you, Mr. Esparza. Why don't you give me some background?
I feel unappreciative. I feel not loved. I work so hard to take care of my family. I pay all the bills, and I just feel unwanted.
Okay, and Ms. Maul, what do you have to say about that?
I want him to do better. I want him to actually be a man of the house and stop worrying about just sex. That's all he is based around, is sex.
Okay, so you say that's to become the priority in your marriage?
Yeah, that's his priority in our marriage.
What's going on? Why don't you give me some examples of why you say you feel unappreciated and neglected?
Because, Your Honor, I work very hard. I've been working 6 days a week to buy a house for my family. And I did, and so I just feel like as a man, I go to work every day, I bring home the check, I help around the house a little bit, I help out with the kids. Why can't I have sex with my wife? That's my wife. That's the reason why I got married.
How often?
I can tell you why, sir, because your wife is probably selfish. And look, this isn't a bash her session. If you're a human, we've all fallen off. We've all done the right thing. So I can rightly say that, hey, I've been selfish before. I've had to work on myself. Some of you guys in here have been married like 20, 30, 40 years. You've had your selfish moments, okay? So we're not going to sit here and act like we're above reproach. We're not. Nobody's perfect here. But just to answer I feel like I have to give that disclaimer as I say that, because anybody should be able to be held accountable. But to answer his question, it's because your wife, it's because she's selfish. If what he's saying is true and he bought the house and he's paying all the bills, then yes, he should be able to have sex. And what she said was interesting. She said that they're like that he's always wanting to have sex all the time. I find this to be the case when you're not having sex with your husband. You're going to hear it more. He's going to constantly be talking about it. So the more you hold back, the more you're going to hear about it. Okay, let's get back into it.
Do you say you're being denied?
Pretty much all the time.
And how long ago did that start, sir?
About 3 months ago.
3 months ago?
Yes.
So this is recent?
Yes.
Okay, 3 months out of 6 years. You're
Yes.
telling me this just started, and you're already here in divorce court.
No, it's been going on, but it's been got bad 3 months. It's been real worse 3 months.
It's been worse 3
Yes.
months ago. Tell me what happened. You say you went appliance shopping.
Yes, we bought a house for my wife, so we went appliance shopping, and I told her whatever she want, get whatever you want, it's no problem. And so I got everything that she wanted, all the appliances, and so I thought I was doing, what a husband does, buys everything what his wife wants. And so that night I thought, it's gonna be a good night, and which it happened again, and I got denied, and she had a migraine, and so she said, give me 5 minutes, so I gave her 5 minutes, and she knows that I'm tired, and if I lay down for 5 minutes, I'm out, and I'm not waking up. So that's that.
So you say that 5 minutes has now turned into 3 months. What do you have to say, Ms. Mall?
I'm trying not to laugh because this is funny. It's like, why do I have to have sex with you to do the basic necessity things that we need?
I mean, I could sit here and I can listen to him, no problem. But it's like, as soon as she opens up her mouth, I'm already like, I can't, y'all. I just cannot. Why do I have to have sex with you in order for you to do the basic stuff around the house? Uh, okay, he says that he pays all of the bills. So are you saying that you want him to work, pay all the bills, and then come home and do stuff around the house in order to have sex? Oh, okay. Let me keep listening, y'all. Maybe it's something. Maybe I missed something. Real quick, just hello, Sadronda, Pritchard, Trina Horton, Lisa Oler. Hello, hello. I just wanted to say hey to y'all. All right, let's get back into it.
We're moving into a house, so no appliances, but you want us to rub our hands together to make fire? Like, how do you think food is going to be made? Like, how do you think our food is going to be refrigerated?
So you're saying the appliances were going to be bought either way?
It had to be bought either way. We were moving into a house with no appliances. None.
So the two of you recently bought a home?
Yes.
And he worked hard to contribute to the two of you buying this home?
We both worked hard to contribute. That's what he don't say. I put my money down. I worked hard all year, a year and a half, to put my money down for the house. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't even be in a house.
So both of you work?
Yes.
And saved and invested down payment for the new home. Congratulations, by the way. That's
Thank
great.
you.
This is your first home together?
Yes.
Are you denying him, though? Because he said that it's been 3 months, Miss Mall. What's going on?
Well, if he was to do better...
He was trying to butter you up with the appliances, is what he was saying.
It don't work because you still got to do more at home. You got to actually want to cook. You got to actually want to clean, not just go to work, take off your boots, and come home and sit.
So he's got to work, pay all the bills, cook, and clean. Did I hear that right? Is that what y'all heard too? I can't already. Okay. All right.
Sit down and not do nothing. And you expect me to, let's have sex. No, it doesn't work like that.
But Your Honor,
Like, you got to do more.
So you feel like he's not pulling his weight at home, and that's a turnoff for you?
That's a complete turnoff. He's not. I don't feel like it. He's not doing nothing at home that's contributing
Honor,
to
So
our...
have the two of you talked about this? Go ahead, sir.
yes, yeah. But I am a construction worker. I work very hard. I get up very early in the morning. I come home late. When I do come home, I do tend to walk in the kitchen, give her a hug and kiss, ask her, is there anything you need in the kitchen? She says no. Get my kids ready for bed, put them in the bath,
Why do
get
I
them
have to
fully
ask?
dressed, or whatever.
I can't, y'all. Why is he putting his kids in the bath? If he's okay. Wow. I don't know how many of you in here are familiar with construction work. That is really, really hard work. Like that's a lot of physical labor on your body. I've actually done it before, y'all. My ex was a construction worker, and when when we were struggling, I was on some job sites with him. I've done some I've helped him with some like remodels. Like I've helped him gut an entire home before. And I'm so grateful for that experience because when we walked when we walked in the door from like a day of work, I got to see, like, what it felt like to this is, like, the closest I felt to, like, being a man, like, really feeling where a man was coming from. When you come in, like, your body, it feels so it's like a numb feeling that you feel, you know, and you just wanna just lay down so bad. And I told him, I'm like, "I had no idea that this is, like, what" and he does it, like, every day. You know? I just remember feeling like I just want like a hot bath and like a hot plate of food. So if I'm a man, I'm going back to that feeling right now. If I'm a man and I'm walking through the door, I couldn't imagine the kids still running around dirty and needing a bath. I could not imagine asking my wife, "Do you need help at home?" when it's 7 p.m. I've been working since 7 in the morning and I'm like dusty, I'm dirty, my body feels like weak and numb. It's like, is this real? And he looks Hispanic. This is a very common job among Hispanic men. Um, ooh, sir, if y'all end up getting this divorce, I would highly recommend you go stay away from us black women. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to say it. I know it's a lot of black women in here. Stay away from us, please. Go get you a Hispanic woman. Y'all, I'm sorry. I'm feeling so loopy and funny tonight. Just go get you a nice, humble, sweet Hispanic woman. I just feel like, and I could be wrong. If we have any Hispanic women in here, please feel free to correct me. I just feel like Hispanic women pair better with their men because they seem to like really understand their role. And you have a lot of Hispanic men like this. They're really like they're workhorses, right? And I feel like that's a part of the Hispanic culture that they come from. They're used to their men being like workhorses, like workaholics, like on job sites all day. um my ex who was in construction, he was self-employed and that's all he had to work with was Hispanics. And I feel like their women really get it and understand. They don't like, it's like they don't expect much from their men, you know, but just provide for your family. But I feel like he done got with this black woman. I feel like for black women who in America, our standards are a little bit higher than just providing. Like you gotta be like interesting, you gotta be funny, you gotta be like an intellectual, you gotta be like this great leader. I think he made a bad decision. Um, Hold on, let me get to some of these. Oh, Miss Ty. Hey, girl.
Hey, child, he need to
How you
dump
what
that
you
girl quick
what are
and
you
fast.
eating? What are
Mm-mm.
you eating?
Um, Yogurt with granola on it.
Ooh.
Excuse my smacking. I just came from the
Mhm.
gym, y'all. You know I gotta get sexy for my big day.
Oh. Tonight you have a date?
No, for my big day.
Oh,
Wait.
date.
Okay,
Oh, y'all, she getting married. Hey.
asking Mary.
Yes, y'all. She's in the
Child,
gym
look,
doing
I've
the
been
work.
watching this girl here. You know I wanna call her something, but I can't. This
Mm,
your show.
we're gonna keep it cute.
My
Oh.
dad
Mhm.
has well, he's retired now, but he had a construction company.
Uh-huh.
And you are absolutely correct. This is a very strenuous, hard job on your body.
Mhm.
Um, Especially like and it's even worse in the summertime because when
Right.
you're dealing with the heat and you're fighting, your body's fighting against the heat outside, and you're hauling things and building houses, and yeah, it's a lot. So
Mhm.
for her to expect him coming from sun up to sundown to help her clean and take care of the kids,
Mm.
girl, I'm going to be respectful.
Mm.
I'm going to be respectful. So, sweetheart, go back to your call to be. Unfortunately, women like Ashley and I are a needle in the haystack. These modern young ladies are not equipped to be a traditional housewife or a wife, period. They weren't taught that, they weren't shown that. So, and you can't teach them that. That's my advice to the young man. That's all I got to say right now. Girl, get me off this thing. Uh oh.
Oh, it did it again.
Oh, and you know what? When I was watching your screen, it kept blinking in and out. Is your internet connection strong?
Let me see. I don't think it is. Connection, it is now. Hmm.
Yeah, it was like going black. Like the entire screen was black, and then it would come back in.
Dang. Maybe I
Yeah.
should probably move the modem up here or something.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, I'm
One
back.
more thing before you do
Hopefully,
that. Are you
yeah,
connected to the Wi-Fi, or do you have the Ethernet connected to your laptop?
the Wi-Fi.
You need to stop doing that. That's why you need to connect to through the Ethernet into the modem.
Okay. See,
Hmm.
the modem is downstairs, so but they were telling me about a little box that I can
Yes.
buy
Uh
that
huh.
will.
Hmm. A connector. Yes.
I need
Hmm.
to buy one like
Yeah.
tonight, actually. Sorry about
Yeah. You need to
that.
get one of those.
I'm so sorry about that, y'all.
I was
But
like, wait a minute. I'm talking to the sound
I know.
worker.
Look, you the host now, girl. You had to hold it
Well,
down.
look, that girl. And it's unfortunate though,
Hold on one
because
second.
a
Let me
lot.
just
Oh,
one second.
Thank you, Juan.
Okay, go ahead.
because a lot of our young ladies think just like her.
Mhm.
They move just like her. And for a provider protector man, it's not gonna fit. It's gonna be like
Mhm.
oil and water.
Yeah. Now, what did you think about what I was saying about how he would probably pair well with a Hispanic woman?
I said that. I think you were gone.
Oh, okay.
I told him to go back to his culture.
Please.
Go
Don't
back to
you
your
think
culture.
that I don't think the modern black women in the United States, they're not gonna pair well. Like our expectations are way too high. I feel like Hispanic women, they just get their men. They pair better.
Well,
So go
I'm
ahead.
gonna tell you the differences.
Mhm.
And you do have it depends on where you are, because I'm from the South, deep South, so you can find women like that, how families like that. They are
Mhm.
taught to serve.
Right.
When you're a little girl, when we were little girls, we were taught to serve.
Mhm.
It wasn't about me. You were That's what was ingrained in you, to serve the men in the household.
You're talking about Hispanic women or black women?
Hispanic, and you do have some, because I come from the southern, deep southern family, black family, and I can tell you where I'm from. A lot of, back when not now, but when I was being raised, that's how we were raised. We were raised to serve. You watched your mom serve your dad, and the daughters, we served our brothers.
Mhm.
That's how it was. You were taught to serve. Because in the Hispanic culture, they are taught to serve. They are taught how to be wise from little beings. I can remember my mom teaching me as a little person. These kids today, child, please, they don't even know how to clean their own room. And
Mhm.
then they scream at their mama, tell them you clean it. That part.
Okay. that what you said about Hispanic women, that's
Mhm.
what I've seen because I haven't had Hispanic friends in a while now, but the ones that I have had,
Mhm.
like in their households, because I've been in like two Spanish households, like
Mhm.
that's how it is. Like their
Yeah.
moms were like
Mhm.
very servant like, and then my ex,
Exactly.
he was in construction, he was self-employed. We
Mhm.
did business with some Hispanics, had to go over to their house to like drop off payroll and things like that.
Mhm. Mhm.
They're women, they're at home, they're cleaning, they're out in the
Mhm.
garden. Like I don't be seeing strong, independent Hispanic. I just
Mm-mm.
don't. Not saying
Mhm.
they don't exist. I'm not saying that,
Yeah.
guys, but it just doesn't seem like it's prevalent in Hispanic culture,
It's not.
unless the Latina has been raised here in America
And
and
then you and that's what I was about to say. If they
yeah.
were raised back in their country, you can tell the difference from the ones that were literally raised here in the United States because they would take on the culture of the women here. That
Okay.
feminist, woman's craziness. In
Hmm.
and it depends on the age group as well. Because the younger
Right.
you go, then the more you'll see women like her in every culture.
Mm. Sad. Sad what America does to cultures. Okay, guys,
Oh, yes.
let's get back into the video.
I pay all the bills, and I just feel unwanted.
Okay, and
Mm,
Ms. Maul, what do you have to say about that?
wow.
I want him to do better. I want him to actually be a man of the house and stop worrying about just sex. That's all he is based around is sex.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
say that's to become the priority in your marriage?
Yeah, that's
Sis,
his
stop
priority
the
in our
video right
marriage.
here.
What's going on? Why don't you give me
Uh-huh.
First of all, how you know what a man is and you
No,
not a man?
Miss Ty, no cussing.
Oh, I didn't cuss. I said who? I ain't say the B word.
I know we won't look, we will say,
Little
okay,
girl,
yes, thank
how
you.
you know what a man is and what he's supposed to do? You not a man.
Mm,
Where's your daddy? That's what I want to know.
mm,
I want him to be a man. What you talking about?
mm.
This man said he paying all the bills. So tell me what you doing all day, honey. If a
I'd
man
like to
paying all the
know.
bills, you don't have to do anything. All you do is sit home with the kids, or probably don't do that because they probably go to school. And when he comes through the door, you can't cook a meal. He got to wash her. Can't fix a plate, and then you can't open up your legs when he wants.
Mm.
Child, okay, go ahead, sis. I'm done.
I'm gonna read a couple comments. Rosemary Dean says, "Ooh, she is too much. No, I think she doesn't want him." I'm catching that vibe too, Rosemary.
Exactly.
I don't think she actually wants to be with him anymore. And
I agree,
sometimes we
Rosemary.
come up with these really like lame excuses because we're really trying to find a way out when really the truth is we just don't want to be with the person anymore. Debbie Snap says he will get it somewhere. She is pretty and knows it and thinks she can pull all the strings. Does she not like sex? Maybe. Oh, women like this, they do like sex. They just tend to like it with other people, you know? So anyway, we all will see later. Jackie Curry says all he's asking is to show some appreciation, and that's by giving him sex. That shouldn't be hard for her to do. Um, Lisa Oler says, I think when husband and wife works with each other, it makes them appreciate each other more.
Hmm.
Um, very true. Dorothy says she is selfish and self-centered, so he
Yes.
may have to be Mr. Mom and what she is doing, shaking my head. Yes. Carly says, I think she's tired of him or she doesn't know what a wife is. Carly,
Both.
it's either one or the other or both.
It
Either
sounds like both, sis.
tired of him, yeah, because
Hmm.
yeah, Carly, you're on to something. Debbie
Child,
Snap
get
says,
it.
is this real or scripted? I was leaning towards scripted because that's how ridiculous it is. Um, Lisa Oler says, even though you work and your husband works, I think a man sometimes were just as hard as a woman, but they each appreciate a good meal. True, but that needs to be worked out, and there needs to be
Yeah.
communication. If you guys are both working, because I've talked to some women where they say that their husband doesn't mind cooking. Some husbands like cooking and that works
Yeah.
for them, but
Yeah.
some husbands, they would prefer for their wives to cook. And so
Hmm.
there's that fork in the road, okay?
Yeah.
Because I work too, but you have to take
Yeah.
accountability for the fact that you're supposed to discuss these things
Mhm.
beforehand. You know,
Exactly.
if he wants you to stay at home and cook, you're supposed to know that. If he if it should come to a point where you also have to work, like
Yeah.
you need to know what the expectations are. These are things you need to discuss, because if you don't discuss them before marriage and you're already married and you're butting heads in that area, like,
Yeah.
somebody's gonna have to do something. And as a woman, are you just gonna kind of like sit back with your arms folded and just not move? You know,
Mhm. Mhm.
because I believe in the scripture where it says that the wise woman builds her home. And
Thank
if
you.
you stand back and you dig in your heels,
Mhm.
because there's a way to get what you want. Maybe, if you guys both work, maybe you can say, is it okay if I dedicate myself to cooking like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays? And, would you be able to maybe pick up like on a
Right.
Tuesday? You can, but just to sit back and say, I work too, like that's not doing anything, for
Like,
me.
I've heard my dad
Mhm.
several times to tell my mom, "Oh, you don't got to worry about cooking today."
Yeah. Your
He probably
mom
won't.
took
He
pride
probably
in
won't
you
cook, but
being married.
he probably take her out to dinner. But
Yeah,
because if
because
you ask
that's
him
an
to cook, he
option
probably do
too.
some grits and eggs. But he would say, "You don't got to worry about cooking today." You
Mm,
know, because it's understood. Like it being a mom and can be a stressful thing too, especially if you got little
mhm.
people.
Yeah.
So, and being that she helped with the back end of the business, like the paperwork, the taxes,
Mhm.
payroll, that kind of thing, while she was at home. So sometimes you might need a break,
That's
but
true.
like you said, it's a conversation you have,
Mhm.
with them beforehand, before you guys even get married. Have these types of conversations.
Yeah.
You have
But
to, so
there
you won't end up like this crazy child here.
but you know what? I mean, there are some things as a woman that
Mhm.
you're gonna have to do. I mean,
Yeah.
life ain't gonna be easy all the time. There's ways to make it easier, like planning for what you're gonna cook on the
Time
weekend,
management, sis.
making time management, making really simple meals. Some of y'all are thinking that it has to be like five-star quality food. Let me
No.
tell you, my go-to meal,
Hmm.
I buy the thin chicken breasts from Kroger. I
Uh-huh.
season them ahead of time. I buy like 2 packs, season them ahead of time, keep them in a Tupperware. I keep
Hmm.
potatoes and rice at the house. I keep green beans, all of that. But my number one go-to meal is pan-seared thin chicken, potatoes, and green beans. And it's such a simple, quick, easy
Easy
meal.
peasy. Right.
Like, man, and then I can even make it easier in the morning. I can pre-cook the
Hmm.
potatoes and the green beans before I go to work. So all I gotta do
Exactly.
is throw like cooking is really not
Baby,
that
let me tell you,
hard.
that crock pot and that pressure cooker
Your best
will be
friend.
your friend.
Yeah. Take advantage of it,
They
y'all.
will be your best friend, I'm telling you.
Now look, we gotta get back to the video, and there's so
Okay.
many comments, y'all. I'm so sorry if I'm missing you guys.
Miss Candace been going off in the comments, baby. I was
Miss
reading her
Pam,
comment.
hold on.
Candace Sasha White
Hold
Watts.
on. Let me see what you saying. Not Miss Candace. Nuh-uh, Candace. Say it ain't so.
Child,
Wait,
she said this
Candace
girl giving
said,
her a headache.
little girl, he is the man of the house. Ashley, hurry up with this video because this little girl making my oh, she's talking about another girl. Who you talking
No,
to?
she's talking about the girl on
Oh,
the
okay. I thought they were arguing or something in the comments.
No, we
Okay.
both thinking that she making our head hurt. That's why I said
Okay.
yes, Candace, because
Yes, you're right, Miss
talking
Candace.
crazy.
Hey, JG. Thank you for joining.
Hi.
Okay, let me get back to the video.
Okay, be there.
Some examples of why you say you feel unappreciated and neglected.
Because, Your Honor, I work very hard. I've been working 6 days a week to buy a house for my family, and I did. And so I just feel like as a man, I go to work every day. I bring home the check. I help around the house a little bit. I help out with the kids. Why can't I have sex with my wife? That's my wife. That's the reason why I got married.
How often do you say you're being denied?
Pretty much all the time.
And how long ago did that start, sir?
About 3 months ago.
3 months ago?
Oh my
Yes.
So this is recent?
Yes.
Sorry, y'all.
And it has now turned into 3 months. What do you have to say, Miss Mall?
Okay.
I'm trying not to laugh because this is funny. It's like, why do I have to have sex with you to do the basic necessity things that we need? You know we're moving into a house, so no appliances, but you want us to rub our hands together to make fire? Like, how do you think food is going to be made? Like, how do you think our food is going to be refrigerated?
So you're saying the appliances were going to be bought either way?
It had to be bought either way. We were moving into a house with no appliances. None.
So the two of you recently bought a home?
Yes.
And he worked hard to contribute to the two of you buying this home?
We both worked hard to contribute. That's what he don't say. I put my money down. I worked hard all year, a year and a half, to put my money down for the house. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't even be in a house.
So both of you work?
Yes.
And saved and invested down payment for the new home. Congratulations, by the way. That's
Thank
great.
you.
This is your first home together?
Yes.
Are you denying him, though? Because he said that it's been 3 months, Miss Mall. What's going on?
Well, if he was to do better...
He was trying to butter you up with the appliances, is what he was saying.
It don't work because you still got to do more at home. You got to actually want to cook. You got to actually want to clean, not just go to work, take off your boots, and come home and sit down and not do nothing. And you expect me to, let's have sex. No, it doesn't work like that.
But, Your Honor...
Like, you got to do more.
So you feel like he's not pulling his weight at home, and that's a turnoff for you?
That's a complete turnoff. He's not. I don't feel like it. He's not doing nothing at home that's contributing to our...
So have the two of you talked about this? Go ahead, sir.
Yes, yeah. But what you call it, I am a construction worker. I work very hard. I get up very early in the morning. I come home late. When I do come home, I do tend to walk in the kitchen, give her a hug and kiss, ask her, is there anything you need in the kitchen? She says no. Get my kids ready for bed, put them in the bath, get them fully dressed, or whatever. But what you call it, I may not help her out as much at the house because I'm a hardworking man. I do construction, and I come home, I'm tired. I do a lot of physical labor, and I'm guessing that she wants me to cook, clean, and make the money, which I can't do all of it at once.
Your Honor, why do you have to come in and ask, what do I need help with?
Well,
you know
he
what
is
I need help with.
But if he comes in and he asks you, this is what communication is about.
Yeah.
He's asking, what do you need help with?
Okay.
So are you telling him?
I tell him what I need help with. He half does everything. He half does everything. He takes...
That's
Ashley, girl, stop. You're giving me a headache. Oh, no. What in the world?
He half does it because he's half sleeping when he does
Thank
it.
you. And he's tired. His body's probably hurting.
Girl, you need to buy you a massage table. He needs a massage. He doesn't need to be working when he walks through the door. You know, Miss Ty, and what I like about women like your mom is there was like a pride that came with being a woman, you know, back then, where even if the woman worked, she still took a lot of pride in her home. She took pride in feeding the people in her home. Like, ain't no woman about to come up in my home and be up in my kitchen. Like, there was a pride, like how like with men, there was a pride attached to working. Like, they didn't really want their wife to work, you know, because it's like it's a part of the pride of being a man, but the pride of being a woman is those domestic responsibilities. You take pride in your home. Like, I did that. I cleaned that. I cooked that. Mama's cooking. Mama's pie. Mama's fried chicken. You know, there's a pride, and I feel that same pride like within me because I work too. And some of you guys on here, you know, follow my mom and you follow Boss Lady on Facebook. Y'all see me work. We work really hard, but when I get home, you know, I want my house to be clean. You know, I want my husband, and you know, it's not perfect all the time. You know, you're not gonna get it right all the time, but I know at the core of who I am, when my husband walks in, I want him to walk into a clean home. And mind you, reminder, I've been working too. I still want my man to walk into a clean home. I want to still make his snack because he likes to have his snack when, you know, he walks in. I want to be the one to, you know, cook his snack for him. You know, I was turning his PlayStation on. And then, you know, when we get to the winter time, you know, I love it. You know, when he walks in and the fireplace is just roaring and candles are lit and he doesn't really have to do much. Like, there's like a pride attached to it. And women today, even though they work, they don't have that same pride. Like, they want
they're selfish.
They want their men domesticated. Like, I don't want my man to be domesticated and doing like, it's just me though. I don't.
No, it's not you. But see, the thing is, you know, I talked about it on my channel a couple of times. You have these waves of feminism. It was at first it was about equal rights, equal pay, and all that. But now it turned into womanism, which is they want complete dominance. So they want
Yeah.
to dominate the men and making them docile. So they want to wear the pants now. They want to be, the boss.
Mhm.
And that whole let's do partnership and 50-50 thing. Don't fall for that, brothers, because that's
Mm,
not what it is. She want to tame you. That's what that is.
mm.
I will
Yeah.
say something else, but we gonna Ashley Chatham. She want to make you her bi.
Oh, okay, the B word. Yeah. Like,
That's what it is.
her little
A little
slave.
puppet.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
and
Matter of
you're saying
fact,
no.
when you hear, if you men, if I know JG is in here, and if there are any
Mm-hmm.
other men in here, if you hear a woman that you're dating say the word partnership, you almost need
Exactly.
to run, or at
Run.
the very least ask her to
Mm-hmm.
elaborate. Like, what is that? What does that mean to you?
Mm-hmm.
You need to get really clear, because there's a difference between a traditional marriage and a partnership. Partners are 50-50. Okay? That
Mm-hmm.
means that means you're not the head of your home. You are 50-50
Exactly.
partners. In a business, when you're 50-50 partners with someone, you are not the head. You are a 50-50 partner. So as a man, that's in a partnership, keep in mind, as a man, you're not taking the lead and your wife is following your lead.
And you can't
She
tell her what to
believes
do.
that I'm at the head too. There's two
Mm-hmm.
heads and we're both leading. I don't have to like just listen to you. That's why you need to get clear on. And
Mm-hmm.
then women, you need to get, because some of y'all, I heard some of y'all say partnerships, and that's not even what y'all mean, but you're just
Right.
saying it
Yeah.
because that's what you heard. So
Mm-hmm.
for those of you in the chat that are single and are open to marriage, wanting to get married, you need to get clear on who you are and what you mean when you say that,
Yeah.
so you can make sure that you're getting the right outcome for yourself.
But listen to this, though, sis.
Hmm.
They say they want a partner. They want both people to be the head, basically.
Hmm.
Have
Yeah.
you ever seen a two-headed monster?
Yep. It's a monster. I heard that. Yep. Two
That's
heads is a
exactly what you're
monster.
gonna turn into. Two-headed monster. Well,
Mm.
one want to go. Look, one want to go another way. One will go the other way. So what
Hmm.
you gonna end up splitting down the middle right here, divorce court.
Yep. That you're really, I mean, you're looking for trouble.
You're looking for trouble.
I mean, unless you get like a docile man, like the man we're watching here,
Mhm.
he just seems pretty
Pretty quiet.
docile, like,
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
he's letting anything go. So the type of men that you can have successful partnerships with, those tend to be the type of men that a lot of women don't end up not really wanting, because there are studies out there that prove that women are more sexually attracted to dominance.
Mhm.
They're more
That's
sexually
very
attracted
true.
to that.
That's
They
probably
actually
one of
did
the things that. That's
they
probably one
actually
of the things
did
that's
a
going on here, sis.
look, they did a study on some porn sites, and they
Mhm.
found that the type of porn that women would look at are the ones
Yeah.
on the far end, where the woman is being like,
Dominated. Mhm.
even to like the further end, like that.
Mhm.
So they found that that is what is arousing women, So even with porn, you can kind of find out a little about who a lot of women are.
Well, I
So
put this out here,
mhm.
sis. You remember you hear these women say, "I need a man that can handle me."
Mm, there it is.
He got to handle me.
Mm-hmm. Because you want a strong
You
man.
want,
You don't want no weak man. But we kind of talk out the sides of our neck. We really want a
mhm.
dominant man, but then we'll say
When
that,
you get
we
them,
want a nice guy. We want,
uh-huh.
a guy that's gonna like, cater to me, cater.
Mhm.
It's really not what you want. You say it out of your mouth, but what you end up wanting down the line is completely different. Because it sounds good in theory to want a
Mhm.
nice guy, a man to cater to your happiness, your needs. That's not really what you want. Not according to the studies that they're talking about.
Exactly.
According to studies, you want a man to put you in your place. You want a man to lead. You want a man who's going to tell you no. And
And
that's
look
what
at
I had to learn too, because
yeah.
I have dated some guys that are more on in docile in nature, and I'm like, whoo, this is not doing
Oh
it for
Lord,
me.
girl.
And
Mm-mm.
when I
Uh,
finally met the one, this was the
mhm.
one who looked me dead in my eyes and said, no. And I'm like, oh,
Okay, girl, you be like, all shucks make the whoop whoop.
is the wedding tomorrow? Is it tomorrow?
I
Or
love that kind of yes. Put me in
I
my
actually
face.
have the wedding
Girl,
dress
you
in
can't
my
have those shoes.
closet. What a
Babe.
coincidence.
Why I can't have my Amazon card? Not right now, baby.
And we like that too.
We like that stuff.
Initially it's like, but we deep down we're
You know,
happy that
I put my little girl powder on.
mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's a whole nother
But
conversation. But I want
but daddy said
to point
no.
out some observation. You
Huh?
see how masculine she looks?
I'm not gonna go there with you. I'm
Ain't
just
that what?
not.
Look, ain't that why you called me up here?
I'm not.
I say the things that you won't say.
Anyway,
You,
moving
you,
along.
you look, sis. You see, she look masculine. You know that, right? Her stance, her tone, the way she talks, her mannerisms, very masculine. Okay, go ahead, girl.
Okay, moving right along. I want to point out what JG said. He said it can't be two kings in one castle.
No,
Lisa
they
Oler
they they
said
want
you're
the
right,
woman king. That's
Ashley.
what they want.
Huh?
They want the woman king.
They think they want that until they get it. Then they realize they running over it and they don't respect it. But oh, anyway, Kimmy Jack says, I think it's only one head, and Kimmy, you are right. JG says, yeah, he seems desperate for her attention instead of demanding her respect. Thank you, JG. Like, I'm like
On
cringing over here
point,
for him. I'm
JG.
like, oh my God,
Mm-hmm.
he's like a little boy. It's like
Yeah.
little boy energy. I would so not
How long
be.
have they been married?
I don't know. But it said in the
Okay,
beginning that she's 25. So I don't think it's been long.
they probably straight out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that explains a lot.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, let's get back into the video.
2-3 days to do one task. Because he say he asked, but he'll go sit down and not do it. Or he'll go and say, oh, well, I was doing this, so I'm working too hard. Or he do it with the attitude. He's slinging everything. He's mad at me because he has to do basically what I do. He feels like I'm a woman, oh, you have to do this.
Well, no,
You don't agree with
I
that?
don't agree with that. As a man, too, in relationships, 50-50. We make these kids together, we have this house together, but I do tend to help out a little bit. Probably not as much as she is.
Well,
I
it doesn't seem like the answer would be, though. You're having some miscommunication about some of the household chores, but it doesn't appear that the right answer would be just to stop having sex with your husband for months on end. That's not the solution,
Right.
right?
Right.
So
If you take them
that's
eyelashes
why
off,
you've
maybe you can
reached
see the truth.
this impasse, because you are bartering
Right.
by
And then-
purchasing things, and you are withholding the assets. Both of you are using other issues to negotiate in your marriage when you really should just be about communicating
Right.
and figuring out how you're going to navigate this home space together. So it feels like there's just something else going on.
One time I was going through the computer and I saw photos of her and there was a hickey on her neck.
She sent a photo of her neck to someone else?
Yes, of a hickey that someone left on her body.
And what did you say when you saw this?
I didn't know what to do. I couldn't believe my eyes.
I would have knocked her out.
Ciao.
What else do you say is going on in the marriage, sir?
Trust issues.
Why is that?
Lack of respect. One time I was going through the computer and I saw her search history. She was looking up for hotels. So I asked her, and she just said she wanted to take a break from me and the girls because she'd been stressed out. We've been stressing her out.
You didn't believe her?
No, I didn't believe her.
Why?
Because I found some photos in her phone one day when I was going through it, and I saw a picture, I saw some text messages going back and forth talking about this hotel or this hotel. Yes,
To
that's
who?
fine. I don't know whoever she was texting. And then later on, I saw photos of her sending to the person that she's dealing with of marks, saying no marks, and it was a hickey on her neck.
She sent a photo of her neck to someone else?
Yes, of a hickey that someone left on her body.
And what did you say when you saw this?
I didn't know what to do. I couldn't believe my eyes. I kind of like yelled inside. You know what I mean? I didn't want to spaz out too much because she's in the front room dealing with my daughters, and I didn't want my daughter to see that.
You did.
So I kind of walked in the front room as I saw it, and I seen where it was at, and I looked at her neck. I kind of grabbed her neck and tilted her neck sideways, and she said, "Get off me! Like, what are you doing?" And I looked at her neck, and I said, "Oh wow, this is what we're doing now."
So you saw the marks on her neck in
Yes.
real time and on the phone?
Yes.
What was going on?
And let's face it, he opened up Pandora's box, and he decided to basically go through this. So why do you get to pick and choose?
What do you
when
mean he opened Pandora's box?
He suggested an open relationship.
Okay. When?
This was about a year ago, a year and a half ago.
So you both agreed to it?
Yes, we both agreed to it.
She's been giving me ideas that she's been wanting a polygamous relationship. So therefore, when she brought that to my attention, I thought about it would save our marriage.
Okay.
But then I said yes, and then after
He
we
is the
started
wife
doing it,
and she is the
I
husband.
realized that
He is the wife and she is. Didn't I say she was masculine? The roles are reversed in this situation. She telling him she wants a polygamous relationship. She telling him you need to wash the dishes and cook the food and help the kids. She's the husband. All she need to do is take them lashes off. She don't got no boobs. All she need to change the clothes, pull her hair back in the ponytail, take the lashes off. You got a dude. That's all I got to say. Actually, you know I'm right. Don't even try.
No
You know I'm right.
comment. No comment.
Y'all put a 1 in the chat. You know I'm talking right. She is the husband.
Oh my gosh.
Put a 1 in the chat. You know I'm talking right. She the husband and he is the wife. Her masculine looking self. Look at them broad shoulders. Let me stop.
Okay. Oh, this too shall pass. Y'all, she doesn't want this man. She doesn't want this man. The signs are there. She doesn't like you. She doesn't love you. She's not sexually attracted to you. It has nothing to do with you not being more domesticated, because you can see that she's clearly having an affair with another man, and that man ain't cooking and cleaning, and he ain't got to do anything.
Are
You
we
know,
sure it's a man?
but I
she
bet-
has an affair with? Or is it another female she has an affair with?
You know what?
What? You, sis, I got eye for these kind of things I'm trying to tell you. She ain't masculine for nothing. She act like a stud. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, but I think you're on to something.
Your husband gonna say, "Don't bring Ty back on the show no more." I love you, brother.
I mean, but the truth is the truth. Because my radar's starting to go up, down. All right, y'all. Let's get back into it.
I can't give my time to 2 women. I only have enough time to give it to her and to my daughters, and that's it. Because I'm a construction worker, I work too hard, and yes, I don't want it no more. I want to close it, and I'm over and done with it.
I'm trying to understand where the two of you are now with the open relationship.
Skip through this, y'all.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll free 1-877-2220 and follow us on social. And then you decided you were going to close it on your end.
Yes.
But you allowed her to continue to see somebody else?
Well, no, I'm not.
That was the agreement?
No, the agreement was I want to close it, but she don't want to close it. She's having fun doing what she's doing. So.
Okay. So that's why you say he opened Pandora's box.
Yeah, and what he's saying is not true, because at first I didn't agree with it. But he opened it up before we even had our conversation on having an open marriage. He was already trying to do him. He was already on social media sites. He was already under Eric 707, E 707, like already have
creating aliases?
Yes, creating aliases. So I have an associate that called me and basically was like, "Are you guys married? Are you guys?" So I'm like, "Yeah." Like, what do you mean? She's like, "Are you sure?" Like, "Girl, what you mean? Am I sure?" I'm telling you, I am. So she's like, "Okay, check your phone." I check my phone and I see Eric 707, E 707, different like dating sites with his name and his face, He didn't even change he didn't have the decency to even put a different picture. He had his same Facebook picture on there.
I found out what that means.
But
So you just stayed consistent across the brand.
I would just
Yes.
call it. I was looking for that love and attention from another woman because my wife is not giving me the attention and love that I need.
So this was before the two of you had a discussion about having an open relationship.
Yes.
You were on the dating sites.
Yes.
So
But-
you find out he's on the sites, and what exactly did you do when after you see this information?
Well, when I saw it, at first I was like, okay, confront him when he get off of work. But something told me in my head, no, don't confront him, play along with it. So I basically...
She don't love him. There's no way. If I found out my husband was on a site, girl, I'd be on suicide watch. I'd be on top of the roof with a knife. I'd have matches and gasoline in my hand. I would be ready to kill somebody.
Because
I'd be on one phone with my dad. I'd be on another phone with the elder telling them I'm about to jump. Like, that's when you love a man.
I don't know about all that, sis.
Oh, I'm crazy.
No, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But my thing is, my first thing I would do, I would want to talk to him and ask him why. And what am I doing that I'm making you feel like you need to go and look at other women? Mm-hmm. Am I getting too fat? I'm not giving you, just like he said, what was the reason for him doing it? Yeah. She wasn't paying him any attention.
Mm-hmm. But my thing is, she don't care. Like,
she
doesn't care. Like, she doesn't really
because
want
she was
him.
doing her all the long, sis, is what I'm trying to tell you. She was doing her all along. That's why I ain't bother her like that.
Yeah. Whew, let's get through it, y'all.
He went on the dating sites and created a fake profile with a different alias and a different picture.
To catfish him.
To catfish him. So then I jump into his direct messages to see if basically he's going to come in. Oh, he jumped straight in before I even get to say hi. He was already ready to come for the profile. So basically, we go back and forth for a week. So I'm just asking him questions to see how he's talking about me. And he's talking about me like a dog. Like, I don't do anything. Like, I'm just his child's mother. So I let him get dressed up, smelling so good on a Friday. He was just so happy.
The two of you were the catfish, you made plans with Eric 707 to meet up.
Yes.
And what happened?
He thought he was going to go meet Imani, which was the fake alias name I used at the time. So he was all dressed, reaching for the doorknob. Oh, where are you going? I'm going to hang out with some friends. Oh, you really going to go hang out with some friends? Yeah, I'm going to hang out with some friends. I said, no, you're going to go meet her. And then I showed him the picture of the person. And he just stuttered, couldn't even get his words out. Then he realized, okay, well, you can tell he was caught.
Yes, I was.
What do you have to say for yourself, Eric 707?
Yes, I was caught. But my wife told me, go find someone. I don't want to have sex with you right now. So what I did exactly what she told me to. Which she probably didn't mean it, but me, I wasn't getting what I needed, so I tend to go do it. But I never slept with anybody.
So you never went out on the dates?
No, I didn't mean it.
Well, of course you didn't sleep with her because she wasn't real. But
here she go. I didn't mean it. Don't say things you don't mean, ladies.
Right. Y'all,
I'm open how mad you are.
Yeah, if y'all want to go,
literally.
Hold on. If y'all want to go watch the rest of this, y'all go to Divorce Court TV. I'm done. I've seen enough.
I want to see that girl. My head hurting so bad at this girl. I feel like I just want to peel her eyelashes off one by one. But okay.
Girl. Terrible.
It's a sad state of affairs, sis, because we got a lot of women that think like that.
Mm-hmm. I feel like it's really not the climate to get married. It's just not. We live in a different day and age.
Yes.
You have to do serious investigation, background checks on women. It used to be back in ancient times, where, families were marrying off their young daughters. You didn't have anything to worry about. But now today, women can appear to be just fine, and then you get in the marriage with them, and it's the complete opposite. I don't know if you caught it, but they have two young girls together.
Yeah, they have girls.
It's like you have It's like the nerve to bring children into this situation. Like if it was just you two and no kids, like fine, cool, whatever. Okay, y'all want to cut your losses, but now you have two kids that
Right.
are going to suffer as a
Exactly.
result of your stupidity. It's like, everybody shouldn't have the right to have kids. Like every woman should not be a mother, man should not
Yeah.
be a father, because now those girls are going to have issues, especially if she gets like full custody.
She
Those
probably
girls are going to have, huh?
She probably will. You know
Yeah,
how this United States are.
especially since
It was
he's the
the mama.
breadwinner. He's paying all the bills. Oh,
Hmm.
that's what it's looking like. It's like, I feel like if you want a divorce, if you want to file for divorce, you have to leave the home and you have to leave the kids there with the person. Like, I don't feel like it's fair. Like, if the woman decides, like, I want to divorce you,
Go
like,
ahead,
she
chicken.
just gets to leave and take
Hmm.
things with her. It's like, no, if you want a divorce, if you want to leave, you pack up your things and you leave. You don't get to, like, rip children out of their home,
Well,
away
that's the way
from
it
their.
used to be
Yeah,
until
it's like
the.
men understood that. You heard back in the day, he
Mhm.
left us. Men understand, okay, I want to leave my family. I leave, I pack my things and I leave them. I don't like divorce and then try to take the kids with me in the middle of the night and like, but women, it's like when we want a divorce, we have to tear everything up. It's like, no, you want the
Yes,
divorce, you pack your things and you leave the family.
and then I'm gonna burn everything else.
No,
Child.
all right. We coming right up on an hour. I still got things I need to do.
You in this hour, girl. I cannot.
Got to keep it below the hour line, and it's perfect. I'm at 58 minutes right now. I'm so proud of myself. Give
You
myself
did good.
a
You did good. You did
pat on the
good.
back. Thank you guys so much. I haven't even been reading the comments. Let me read one. Jackie Curry says, I was married for 30 years and my husband died in 2019. Oh,
My
sorry to hear that.
condolences.
My husband was a very hard worker and I worked too, but not as hard as he did. I always held him up and he was the head of our household. Jackie, thank you. I really
Good
want to end the
woman.
stream on that note. Like, I just want to
Mhm.
end on that comment, like some
That right there.
positivity.
Yeah.
So glad that there are women left that get it.
Mhm.
Um, I praise women like you. I'm trying to be a better woman every day. I know I still have things that I need to work on. Miss Ty, I know you're actively working on things. She's about to be married, y'all. So I'm so
Okay.
happy.
Name change in effect.
Yes. I'm so happy. Do y'all have a date?
Yes, we do.
When?
Cannot tell you.
Why?
Because we're going to go away, just us two.
So no families and or no
No,
friends?
nobody, nobody.
Where y'all going?
I cannot wait.
Where so I can meet y'all
Not
there?
on the stream. We'll
I
talk in the
know.
back
Okay.
end. We'll talk
Well,
in the back.
y'all
We're
congratulate
going to have something for
Ty.
the family when we come back.
She's locked one down. She's taken one off the
Yay.
market. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for joining me. Thank y'all for
Thank you,
participating
everybody, for
in
tuning
the
in to this headache. Go
comments.
take some aspirin.
Yes, y'all, because
Good night,
that was
everybody.
a lot.
It
Don't
was.
be her. Remember, guys, the aim is when we get off the stream, what did you learn? There's some
Mhm.
things that you can always take from it. It's not just let's like watch this and just sit around and talk
Yeah.
crap. We're pointing things out that are issues, not just with her, but with a lot of women. So you need to be
Mhm.
examining yourself. When I shut the stream down, you need to look in the mirror and ask yourself, do I put more on my husband than he can bear? Is it stressing him? Can I do more? What can I do to make my home more peaceful, my family more happy? This is what you should be thinking about when you get off of my stream. Okay. You don't need to be thinking about her.
Are you
We
the
think
man?
about her during the
Yeah,
stream. Don't think
exactly.
about her when we get off the stream like, woo, that girl was crazy. No, no, no. You need to go to the mirror and you need to make sure.
Self
I know
evaluation.
that's what I'm thinking. Like, oh, okay, what am I doing? Am I okay? You know, always look.
Don't be like the masculine woman on the show. Okay.
Yes.
Don't be like her.
Don't be like her.
Don't beat your man up to the point that he turns into the wife and you are the husband now. Don't do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But all right, y'all. Thank you, Miss Ty. Thank you,
Thank you,
everybody.
Miss.
And I will see you all next Tuesday.
All right.
Bye.